Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 6 starts now.
Big promises surround the new auto insurance bill, but how much can you really expect to save once it's passed? We have some answers.
Students from rival schools and districts come together to do something pretty impressive: get their fellow classmates to come to school.
And a trip to the corner store ends badly for the owner of this black SUV who watches his ride roll away with a thief behind the wheel. Thanks for being with us for the news at 6 o'clock. It was a Memorial Day to forget for Daniel Chapman.
A simple errand ended up costing him dearly when a carjacker pulled a gun. It happened at a store on the 9400 block of Woodward, north of Grand Boulevard.
The man seen in this video watching the car driver drive away spoke to Local 4 about what happened, and Steve Garagiola is live with that part of the story. Steve?
Yeah, you know, Daniel knew what he was facing when he was in a war zone in Iraq. You face the threat of violence. He faced the threat of death. You're not supposed to have to face that when you're home, and you just go into a store to get a box of juice. But that's what happened to him early yesterday morning. The carjacking happened yesterday in the early morning hours just after 1 a.m. The victim, 36-year-old Daniel Chapman, an Iraq war veteran who served 2 tours.
And I was trying to catch a store that was open, so I could be able to stop and grab my son a juice. I have an autistic son, so I had to get him a juice so when he woke up, he have a juice. And I just happened to catch that store was open. The green light was blinking pretty bright, so I'm like, oh, okay, this seems like a good location. There was people there.
He got the juice, headed to his SUV in the parking lot, when a guy with a gun came up from behind.
He's like, unless you're trying to die tonight, run me your keys and your money right now. And, you know, the thought always crossed your mind, like, maybe I could do something, grab the gun or whatever, but I knew I was an easy target because I got this cast on my leg.
Chapman was on crutches since he's healing from a broken ankle. This is a picture of the man police are looking for. Daniel gave up his keys, $18, and the carjacker drove off with his black GMC Yukon.
Material things, you know, come and go. So, you know, to take a gamble on my life for a truck probably wasn't the best move.
Today was supposed to be a trip to Metro Beach.
Because my kids don't understand, like my son's back there now, he didn't understand why we wasn't going to Metro Beach now, like the plan was. But I said, no, you know, I ain't got the transportation. He told me to go to the store and buy another one. I was like, okay.
Yeah, if only it was that simple. Just go to the store and buy another one, but it's not. He lost his vehicle. Police hope they'll get some help. Somebody may be recognizing the face of that guy. You can call the Crime Stoppers, 1-800-SPEAK UP if you have any information. A GoFundMe page has been set up to help Daniel and his family maybe get that new vehicle or any kind of vehicle so he's got transportation back. Reporting live in Detroit, I'm Steve Garagiola, Local 4.
It's a pretty good picture of the suspect, so maybe somebody sees it and certainly knows something and will turn him in. All right, Steve.
While the governor is up on Mackinac Island for the policy conference, she's also expected to sign the new auto insurance bill. It's been sold as a way for you to see your insurance bills go down. But by how much and when? We sent our Local 4 business editor, Rod Maloney, out in search of some answers. And Rod, what did you find out?
Well, I found out that you may be a little disappointed here. Now, this is my car. It's a minivan. This is how much I'm paying a year on this car alone, okay? My wife and daughter have a car as well. $1,600 is my annual note for this on the insurance. The assurance that I've been given is that I can expect a 10% reduction or $160 for certain. After that, there may be savings, but we're not sure exactly what that's going to look like. As things stand right now, the governor doesn't have the bill just yet. She's expected to sign when she does. It goes into effect as soon as the ink dries, but by all accounts, you won't see savings right away at all. July 1st of 2020 is when the mandatory 10% rate decrease gets enforced. That's also the date that the mandatory fee schedule for medical rates goes into effect, but that has a 3-year phase-in from then. And they haven't even set the rates yet, so those savings aren't coming for a while either. So for many of us, it's another year of sky-high rates with relief much farther down the line. Meantime, the personal injury protection goes to 4 levels. Unlimited remains, but not mandatory, and you should save about 10% on average, or about $120. At 500,000 PIP, you'll see an average of a $240 rate cut per year on average. $250,000, you'll see a 35% rollback, or a savings of about $420 a year. There's a $50,000 level, and you'd save 45% or about $540 a year on average, and a complete opt-out saves you $1,200 a year. But reducing your PIP coverage is a double-edged sword and a bit of a gamble here. If you're a senior on Medicare, that comes with lifetime disability benefits, and PIP coverage is really redundant for you, so you can comfortably opt out. But if you have your own health insurance or it's through your job, you need to check with your health insurance company to see if it covers disability or not. Many do not, and if it doesn't, you're going to want to decide whether unlimited or even a lesser benefit is the right answer for you. So you want to ask, is your insurance primary or secondary in automobile accidents? That's the question to ask. If the answer is secondary, you've got that quandary you have to deal with. Back to you.
Rod, what's it like for other states when it comes to PIP coverage, by the way?
Well, you know, it's interesting. The highest state next to Michigan is New York at $250,000. But what they're saying is that, like in Ohio, if you get to a PIP coverage situation and it's capped at, say, $100,000, you don't end up out on the street. There is still some coverage for you there. And so they believe that in that instance, there are savings to be had. But by the time we get to the full ramp up for the fee schedule on PIP, you're looking at 3 or 4 years down the line. So it's still going to be a long time before you see the savings you were hoping to see.
Yeah, and people have been waiting long enough. All right. Thanks, Rod.
Big news out of East Lansing today, where the MSU Board of Trustees revealed the new president of the university. Dr. Samuel Stanley Jr., formerly the president of Stony Brook University, was confirmed by a unanimous 8-0 vote. Immediately afterward, he spoke to a room of board members, faculty, and students and briefly addressed the Larry Nassar scandal.
I want to meet with the survivors and their families, listen to their voices and their thoughts, and learn from them. What happened at MSU will not be forgotten. Instead, it will drive us every day to work together to build a campus culture of transparency, awareness, sensitivity, respect, and prevention, a safe campus for all.
Dr. Stanley added that he plans to live on campus to gain a complete understanding of the MSU community.
Dan Gilbert is resting and reportedly getting better by the hour after suffering a stroke while in the hospital Sunday. Quicken Loan CEO Jay Farmer gave an update on Gilbert earlier today at a press conference for the Rocket Mortgage Classic golf tournament. Farmer said Gilbert is awake and responsive in the ICU at Beaumont Royal Oak. There's no timeline for Gilbert's release from the hospital.
Well, getting kids to show up for class on a consistent basis is one of the biggest challenges faced by some schools.
But part of the solution might be simple: positive peer pressure. 2 school districts in the Redford area got together and gave the students the chance to try and boost attendance. And as Coco McAvoy shows us, it looks like it's working.
Students at Redford Union High School are meeting up with their rivals across town. But this time it's not about competition. It's about collaboration.
There was that big reveal was way different in the book.
The goal at virtually every school is to get students in the classroom on time every day.
That continuity is important, that growth is important, and them being present every day is really important.
But truancy is a growing problem across the state, and Superintendent Sarah Shivers is doing what she can to tackle it in the Redford Union School District.
We've had assemblies, we've had talks in classrooms, we've had focus groups, but this is all the adults leading the conversation.
So now it's the kids' turn to motivate themselves.
Speaking of attendance, show up. Attendance matters.
Students from the Redford Union District teamed up with their rivals at South Redford to send a township-wide message about absenteeism.
It's nice to actually meet some people from our rival school and just to know that there's no hard feelings between the two with this attendance initiative.
The PSA, along with other initiatives, are already working.
Decreasing the number of kids that are by chronic absentee is about 20%. Across every building, kindergarten through high school.
The rivalry between the 2 districts is over for now as they work towards ending truancy.
These are all of our children, and we want all of our children to be at school, be on time, and get the very best education that they can.
In Redford,
show up.
Coco McAvoy,
Attendance matters.
Local 4.
All right, let's see what Savannah Guthrie and the Nightly News team are working on for tonight at 6:30.
Savannah joins us live from New York with a preview. Good evening, Savannah.
Hi, Kim and Jason. Good to see you. And ahead for us tonight, the American, who is now the 11th person killed on Mount Everest in less than 2 weeks. Why is this climbing season the deadliest in years? And summer travel is upon us. We've got some surprising tips on when to buy and when to fly, too.
Yeah, speaking of those tips, is it really true that booking early saves money, Savannah? I've always heard that.
Well, that's what we always thought, right? But experts say actually it can end up costing you more. So we're going to have some tips on when is the best day to book and the place the summer deals are the best next on Nightly.
We'll look forward to that coming up in about 20 minutes. Thank you.
And Ben Bailey's keeping his eyes focused south of here. Hey, Ben.
Yeah, things have been lighting up on 4 Live radar across parts of Indiana and Ohio. How close will those storms get to us? We'll be checking that out coming up.
And listen, I know the Grand Prix is coming up, and you might be saying, what on earth does go-karting have to do with Grand Prix? Everything. I'm talking to Robbie Foley. I'm going to race him. I'm going to show this youngster a few tricks coming up.
All right, Paula, plus it's been a while. One local city is about to get its first bar since the 1950s. Find out what's coming and where. We're here on Belle Isle getting ready for one of the biggest events in the city, the Detroit Grand Prix.
And the man in the middle, as always, is Roger Penske.
That's the role I want to play, to kind of be the, I guess, the disruptor and try to bring the city back where it is today.
We'll talk with Roger Penske about the Detroit Grand Prix, about the revitalization of the city, and about the future of mobility.
That's tonight at 11.
Next Live in the D, the traditional carnival treat with a new adult twist.
Plus, find out what it's like to work with Godzilla in Hollywood.
Tomorrow at 10 a.m.